Hey Cowboys Nation, today we are diving deep into the latest developments surrounding your Dallas Cowboys as they enter this critical phase of the season. Even though playoff contention is off the table, the stakes remain high for evaluating talent, managing injuries, and finishing strong while setting up for the future. Every snap now carries weight, both in terms of performance and for understanding how the roster can be shaped for next year. With an opponent like the Washington Commanders dealing with significant injuries themselves, there is an opportunity to gain momentum and test key pieces across the lineup. The focus is on preparation, strategy, and maximizing the potential of every player available to step onto the field. Injuries continue to play a major role in the Cowboys' approach. Tyler Geaton and DeMarvin Overshaw confirmed out this week. As anticipated after the latest evaluations, Overshaw continues to battle an ankle issue that has kept him sidelined for several games, compounded by concussion concerns, meaning his return is still uncertain. Ryan Fennoy, meanwhile, was limited in practice and did not participate fully, a disappointment for fans eager to see him back on the field. While it appears not to be a severe knee problem, Fennoy's availability remains doubtful for the upcoming game, and the team will likely take a cautious approach to ensure he is fully healthy. Several players practiced with limitations, indicating there is still a chance to see them on the field. Tyler Booker, despite a new ankle concern, seems poised to contribute, which is vital for the offensive line that requires every hand on deck to maintain stability. Kalen Carson is managing a lingering hamstring problem. Cavonde Turpin is dealing with a neck injury, and both Quinn Williams and Javonte Williams face challenges that could affect their performance. Donovan Wilson's persistent hip issue has remained a concern for much of the season, adding an element of uncertainty to the defensive unit. Booker has been a bright spot as a rookie guard. While there have been inconsistencies, his ability to maintain composure and avoid costly mistakes has been promising, especially for someone transitioning from college to the NFL. Carson has faced difficulties in maintaining consistent performances, and with Don Bland now out, his contribution becomes even more critical. Turpin's season has been underwhelming, further complicated by the neck injury, while Javonte Williams continues to produce despite not being at full health, requiring a heavier workload. For Malik Davis, their performance will be key for the offense to sustain momentum in the remaining weeks. Defensively, the Cowboys have several players listed as full participants, including T.J. Bass, Savoni Revel, Nathan Thomas, Kenny Clark, and Malik Davis. But even among fully participating players, there are concerns due to the physical toll of a demanding season, with 3 players eligible for activation. From the reserve list, Josh Butler, Phil Maffa, and Peyton Turner. The final stretch offers an opportunity to experiment with roster depth and evaluate talent for the future, especially since playoff ambitions are no longer a factor. The Commanders present a roster in turmoil, with key players like Eddie Goldman and Jalen Lane on injured reserve, Jamal Agnew failing his physical, and other contributors like Don Payne, Laramie Tunel, Marcus Mariota, and Nick Ballard unavailable. The Cowboys are facing an opponent that is both inexperienced and undermanned. The quarterback position is likely to fall to someone with limited experience, creating a scenario that could favor the Cowboys' offense, while simultaneously allowing coaches to test rotations and develop younger players in meaningful game situations. Offensively, Dak Prescott remains a central figure, second in the league in passing yards. Prescott has consistently dominated the NFC East and now has the chance to face a defense missing multiple starters. The offensive line, despite its own injury concerns, must provide adequate protection to enable Prescott to make plays and maintain offensive rhythm. The running game remains crucial, even with Javonte Williams not at full strength. Malik Davis is likely to see an increased workload, providing opportunities for him to showcase his reliability and versatility in complementing Williams and contributing to the offense's balance. The receiving corps also faces challenges due to injuries, but continues to be a focal point for both performance and evaluation. Precision in route running, contested catches, and the ability to create separation will all be under scrutiny against the Commanders' defense, struggling with depth and experience. This game offers an ideal scenario for younger or less established receivers to step into prominent roles, demonstrating capability and building chemistry with Prescott that could carry into future seasons. Defensively, the Cowboys are navigating some recurring issues, particularly in coverage and tackling consistency. Players like Cavonde Turpin, who have struggled during the season, have an opportunity to improve while others must maintain resilience. Special teams also remain vital, as field position battles can significantly influence game flow, and younger players stepping up in these roles can offer a glimpse into potential future contributors. Maintaining discipline, avoiding costly mistakes, and keeping key players protected will define the defensive approach in the coming matchup. Strategically, expect the Cowboys to balance opportunities for younger players with the need to remain competitive in critical sequences. Avoiding injuries is paramount, particularly as the season nears the draft evaluation period, while playoff hopes are no longer in play. Each decision on the field has implications for the next season, making player performance, development, and situational execution essential components of the game plan. The coaching staff will carefully manage snap counts, personnel rotations, and tactical choices to maximize both player development and competitive efficiency. From a draft perspective, every game in the final stretch carries potential influence over selection positioning. Even if the Cowboys are projected to pick outside the top 10, results across the league can shift draft slots, making wins and losses in other key matchups relevant to Dallas' long-term strategy. The outcome of Week 17, therefore, extends beyond the immediate scoreboard, offering insight into how the team might approach roster construction and player development moving forward. Player evaluation is critical during this stage of the season. Dak Prescott's leadership and decision-making remain central to the team narrative, providing stability and strategic direction. Javonte Williams, even at reduced capacity, continues to impact the game with his agility, vision, and ability to exploit gaps. Malik Davis' increased responsibilities provide a real-time test of his readiness to contribute consistently and supplement the backfield effectively. Observing coordination between the offensive line, running backs, and Prescott in dynamic game situations is invaluable for understanding depth, adaptability, and the team's long-term offensive outlook. The Cowboys' defensive unit must also navigate challenges with precision. Even against an undermanned opponent, disciplined execution is critical to avoid momentum swings. Cornerback inconsistencies and linebacker vulnerabilities have been an issue throughout the season, and this matchup offers the opportunity for younger players to gain experience in meaningful situations. Evaluating how the team manages rotational responsibilities, executes coverage schemes, and limits errors will inform personnel decisions and potential adjustments for the following season. Special teams performance will further shape the game's flow. Kickoff and punt coverage, along with field goal execution, remain essential in controlling field position. Rookies and rotational players have the chance to prove their reliability in pressure situations, highlighting the importance of every snap. For the coaching staff, assessing these moments provides insights that cannot be replicated in practice, ensuring that players who show consistency and composure are considered for expanded roles next year. Managing this final phase of the season requires blending competitive drive with prudence. The coaching staff must balance the desire to win with the necessity of protecting players and evaluating talent. Snap counts, rotations, and situational decisions all factor into how the team approaches each series. Simultaneously, young players can demonstrate their readiness and resilience, offering a glimpse into the future while contributing to immediate performance goals. Broader league context also plays a role. The Cowboys' performance indirectly impacts draft positioning, while monitoring other matchups across the league adds perspective to the team's strategic decisions. Every game result, tiebreaker scenario, and performance metric can shift the overall picture, underscoring the importance of each on-field action. Maintaining focus, managing injuries, and executing with precision are all necessary to maximize opportunities both in the present and for next year's roster. As the Cowboys prepare for this matchup against the Commanders, attention to detail becomes paramount. Every player on the field has a role to play, and even with a weakened opponent, complacency cannot be allowed to creep in. The coaching staff will be focused on balancing aggression with smart decision-making, ensuring that players are tested without exposing them to unnecessary risks. The final stretch of the season provides an opportunity to gauge resilience, adaptability, and execution in live game scenarios, which are often more revealing than practice sessions or simulations. For Dak Prescott, this game represents a chance to reinforce his leadership and command over the offense. Facing a defense missing key contributors, Prescott has the freedom to stretch the field and create opportunities in both the passing and running games. His ability to read coverages, adjust protections, and make accurate throws in real time will provide valuable insight into his growth and consistency as a quarterback. Every completion, every intermediate throw, and every read under pressure adds to the evaluation of his decision-making skills and leadership, offering the coaching staff concrete data to guide planning for next season. Javonte Williams' presence in the backfield remains crucial despite limited health. His vision, burst, and ability to find lanes between the tackles make him a consistent threat when he is on the field. Malik Davis, with increased touches, has the opportunity to show reliability, maintain tempo, and complement Williams effectively. How the running backs coordinate with the offensive line, particularly with rookies like Tyler Booker stepping up amid their own injury concerns, will provide a clearer picture of the Cowboys' depth and adaptability in the ground game. Evaluating how effectively the line opens gaps, maintains assignments, and communicates under pressure is equally important for future planning. The receiving corps is under the microscope as well. Injuries and lineup adjustments have forced quarterbacks and receivers to develop chemistry quickly, and this game offers an ideal scenario to test those connections. Young players or backups who step into larger roles have the chance to demonstrate route precision, ability to win contested catches, and adaptability against varying coverages. Success in these moments can solidify a player's standing in the roster hierarchy, while struggles may highlight areas that require further attention during the offseason. Prescott's timing, accuracy, and ability to read defensive adjustments in real time will be pivotal in determining the effectiveness of the passing game under these conditions. Defensively, the Cowboys are working to stabilize a unit that has faced its share of challenges this season. Inconsistencies in coverage, missed tackles, and lapses in assignments have been recurring issues, making disciplined execution essential. Players with past struggles, like Cavani Turpin, have a platform to prove improvement, while rotational and younger players must show they can handle the pace and intensity of live NFL competition. Special teams, often overlooked, play a decisive role in determining field position and momentum. How well players execute coverage assignments, block punts, and manage returns will have an impact not only on the outcome of the game, but also on roster evaluations for the next season. The strategic approach for this game is likely to combine caution and experimentation. While the team wants to remain competitive, protecting key contributors from injury remains a priority. Snap counts will be monitored closely, rotations will be tested, and situational plays may be adjusted to balance competitiveness with long-term evaluation. This dual approach allows the coaching staff to gather insights that are impossible to obtain from practice alone, providing a real-world gauge of player readiness, adaptability, and resilience. Injuries continue to shape the game plan and roster decisions. Players like Ryan Fennoy and Donovan Wilson are examples of ongoing management challenges. Even those cleared for full participation may not be at peak performance, and the staff will need to balance opportunities for meaningful snaps with the risk of aggravating lingering issues. The final weeks of the season thus become an exercise in managing physical capacity, ensuring player safety, and identifying which contributors can be counted on as part of the core team for the following year. Before we roll on, subscribe to Cowboys Wire News, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Your support keeps the Dallas Cowboys updates coming. Tell us what you think in the comments. The NFL rumor mill is buzzing, and if the whispers are to be believed, MICAH Parsons might be gearing up for a sensational return to the Dallas Cowboys this time. As the undisputed leader of the team's defense, sources close to the organization, speaking on condition of anonymity, suggest that the Cowboys see Parsons not just as a star on the field, but as the cornerstone of a defensive identity they hope to rebuild around. Parsons, known for his explosive speed, relentless pursuit, and uncanny ability to read the quarterback, has already made waves in the league as one of the most dynamic defensive players in recent memory. But insiders hint that the Cowboys are planning a bigger role, one that could give Parsons more control over defensive schemes and on-field decision-making, essentially positioning him as the team's defensive quarterback. While Dallas has long been proud of its defensive history, some critics have argued that recent seasons have seen inconsistency and missed opportunities. Parsons' potential return could mark a turning point, with sources suggesting that coaches are willing to adjust their strategies to maximize his unique talents. One executive reportedly called him a generational talent who can change the way we play defense. The speculation extends beyond just on-field impact. Talk around the league suggests that Parsons could also influence locker room dynamics, mentoring younger players and setting a tone for accountability and intensity. His presence alone might shift the team culture, with some insiders claiming that Dallas sees him as the player who can unify the defense under a single vision. Of course, nothing has been confirmed, and the Cowboys organization has remained tight-lipped, fueling even more intrigue. Fans are already imagining a unit led by Parsons, fast, aggressive, and unpredictable, capable of disrupting any opponent's game plan. Social media chatter has been relentless, with supporters debating how his leadership could reshape the entire defensive approach. If the rumors hold any truth, the Cowboys could be on the verge of a defensive renaissance, and MICAH Parsons would be at the heart of it. Analysts and fans alike are watching closely, waiting for the next development in what might become one of the most talked about stories in the NFL offseason. One thing is certain: wherever Parsons goes, attention follows, and the Cowboys' defense may never look the same again. That's a wrap from Cowboys Wire News. For breaking Cowboys updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Tell us your take in the comments.